I'm going to be talking to you today about dinosaurs, specifically dinosaur tails, potentially the most overlooked portion of them. Everyone's all about the teeth, all about the claws, but nobody talks about the tails. Now, you may have some image in your head of what a dinosaur tail looks like, maybe from Jurassic Park or other such media. Maybe they have feathers, maybe they don't, that's up to you. But do you actually know what the purpose of the tail is? So there's a few different types of tail, and there's a few different purposes. So we're going to talk about the T-Rex's tail, because let's be real, they're kind of the coolest dinosaur, the big ticket item. So the first reason for tails to exist, potentially the one that you're most familiar with, is for balance. So we are going to pick up my good friend Alistair the Allosaurus, because the shop was out of T-Rexes, unfortunately. Now, Alistair also has a long tail like the T-Rex. And if we look at him, this part and this part are going to be roughly the same mass. So if I put a weight on the front, he starts to tip over. But if I put a second weight on his tail, he'll roughly even out again. So to balance the front half, we need to have the back half. Nice and simple, like a seesaw. We all are familiar with that. But potentially, in my opinion, the coolest thing about the tail is something that most people actually don't know about. So a tail actually makes the dinosaur go faster in the T-Rex's point of view. So when we look at the T-Rex, when maybe up to 2011 we were studying them, we thought they were really slow dinosaurs. You've probably seen the movies where like the dashing hero is running away from the dinosaur, you know, there's probably a bunch of lens flares and he gets away. But that is not the case. You would die, I'm sorry. So dinosaurs, specifically the T-Rex, have very muscular legs, and they were not skipping out on their squats. So we thought they used to have very skinny legs, and more importantly, a skinny tail. But now that we look at the dinosaurs, they have a really, really strong muscle that goes from about here to about here. They also don't have weights on their tails. So when this muscle contracts, what it does is it pulls the dinosaur's leg back. And that means that the dinosaur can stamp a lot harder. And for all of the physicists who have talked today, we all are very good friends with a man called Isaac Newton, who said that for every action, there is an equal and there is an opposite reaction. So that means that if I hit the ground essentially hits me back. So when I hit the ground propels me forward and I move. So the dinosaur is therefore able to move a lot faster than we previously thought. So basically, if you were to run away from a dinosaur, even though they appear to be these really giant lumbering beasts that you might think are very slow and kind of stupid, they would catch up to you, and I'm afraid you'd be toast, to use a metaphor that's already been there. Thank you.